Alright, so got the doing kind of an unboxing or whatever of this Strike Eagle, Vortex Strike Eagle 1/6 by 24. Um, it's a illuminator reticle. Got the traditional donut shape BDC. But I opened it up last night just to get a quick look at it, put a battery in it and everything. It looks pretty good. It comes with these pretty decent flip ups. I mean, they seem better than a Butler Creek. They're held on by a screw as opposed to a pin, which is kind of neat. The first thing to notice is, it is cap turrets. The windage turret, you look at it and the windage turret sticks out a little bit. Well, the windage turret houses an extra battery. The turrets themselves are actually, they're pretty crisp. So, you get that pretty good audible click out of the windage. The windage is a little on the mushy side, little tight too, but at least on this sample, the elevation is actually pretty good. Not mushy to me at all, and a good audible click. You can feel it really well. It's half-minute turrets, but they're non-adjustable. You can't reset them, or if you can, I don't know how. Everything's knurled, which is pretty nice. The illumination, that's like my one gripe about it. My one primary complaint is that it doesn't have a half off. So you go to 1 instead of going to like 1.5 and turning it off, and then to 2 and turning it back on. Say you go to 5 or 7 or whatever, you have to rotate it back to 0 in order to turn it off. And it's kind of like, why not just put that little extra design in there to say, all right, well, if I'm, at night, shooting at night or whatever, and on 1 or 2, go to 1.5 or halfway between 1 and 0 or whatever the case is. It just seems like that would have been, it would have been nice to have. But no point in beating that horse. The magnification actually really good. It's obviously knurled. It's got a hump on it, but it turns nice. It's tight, but it you don't have to put channel locks on it like the SWFAs and stuff like that. It seems like all the Vortexes actually have a pretty good magnification adjustment. As far as the eyepiece, it's got a fast focus eyepiece. It's knurled also, and it turns easy. It doesn't turn too easy. It seems like it would do okay. I mean, anytime on a fast focus, I'll get it focused in where I want it, and then if I've got a cap, I'll take a piece of electrical tape and wrap it around it just so this can't get turned around. But the actually, I'll take that off and leave it off. But the magnification I like a lot. And then as far as the reticle goes, it's got the donut illuminated reticle. It's a BDC. It's going to have the subtensions are going to be set for like 55 grain or maybe 855, 62 grain. I don't know. I didn't even bother looking at it because I hand load. I don't shoot that stuff, but the illumination is fantastic. At least to my eyes. Let me turn it up here. So like, if I don't know if that'll come out on the video or not, but that is on 8, and then it goes up to 11, and 11 is plenty bright for daytime on a nice bright sunny day, at least to my eyes. The glass is, it just comparing it. The only one power thing I have is the scope I have is a Weaver V3, the Japanese made V3, and the glass in it's pretty good. Comparably, I would say that the Vortex is actually a little bit better. There's definitely like the illumination. I feel they could have just put the extra design feature into that and had a half off, but whatever. Um, the reticle isn't bad. I think it's going to be for, like, on one power, turn it on. It's going to be kind of like a red dot. It's, nothing's just like a red dot when you're dealing with these long tubes and everything. At least to me. I don't shoot them as well as red dots, but it's pretty good. I mean, they're kind of going for a premium right now because everybody wants one. And I haven't had my hands on the primary arms 1-6, which there was some discussion as to, well, is this just a rebadged primary arms 1-6? I have no idea. The only primary arms 1-6 I saw was when I was actually down in Houston and went into primary arms. They had one, but that was a year ago, and I really didn't play around with it too awful much. So I don't know. I can't really imagine that the primary arms would be quite as good as this. I mean, it's got some heft to it. Not that that's an indication of anything, but it definitely doesn't have that cheap Chinese piece of junk feeling to it, and the turrets don't indicate that either. And I think, like, a lot of times that's where you really see the cheapness in a scope is in the turrets and in the magnification ring and stuff like that. Is you'll feel it there. Like, the turret will be super mushy, or you won't have an audible click, or you won't be able to feel it. This is not the case. The turrets are actually quite good. The illumination is awesome. The illumination is like, I don't know, my experience with the Vortex scopes, and I've had all the PSTs now, and the illumination has always been, top notch, really. As regardless of what else has happened with the scopes, the illumination has been wicked good. I've got a Weaver 2-10 by 36 tactical that I love everything but the illumination. The illumination is absolutely terrible in it because it blooms out. If you're shooting it at night, no matter what you do, you can't stop the bloom, and it makes the illumination completely useless to me. And of course, Weaver has pretty much terrible customer service and everything, but whatever. But I got a feeling if you had that same issue with the Vortex, that would be addressed really quick. I've always had really good experience with their customer service, but just not the greatest experience with their scopes. But I kind of continue to give them their their due credit, where they do seem to do well. But and like I said, I've had all the PSTs with the exception of the 1-4 cat turret. I haven't had that, and for one reason or another, they've all had to go back. But they've always, my end product or whatever I ended up using is turned out to be alright. But, actually, I've got one right now that's got to go back because it's got a canted turret, which I don't know, it's never taken a hit or anything, but it's my second one with a canted turret. Not a canted reticle, and actually a canted turret, so I don't know what's the matter with it. But as far as this goes, seems like pretty good bang for your buck. Is it worth the $450 that people are asking for them right now? No. I can't imagine that I'd pay $450 for this when I could probably get like used SWFA 1-6, which is probably the best 1-6 for under $1,000 out there. When you can get one of those used for like $750, I definitely think it'd be worth the extra coin. But if you can get it for like $3 to early $3s to mid $3s, $325 to $350, I'd say it's worth it. Seems like guys are beating them up in 2 and 3 gun. They're putting them in dump barrels and everything. They're taking hits, and they keep ticking. So I guess only time will tell on how this guy turns out. I want to do a comparison between this and a couple other scopes. I actually have the 2-10 front first focal plane PST. I'm going to do a direct comparison to the front focal plane or first focal plane Weaver that I got, which I actually really like. So I'll do a side by side of those two, and that's it for this one. All right, thanks.